check out this weather. I'm just quickly jolting up to the Olympic ski jumping venue. I haven't been there since before the snow arrived for the season. So let's see how things are there now. Yeah, so I just finished flying for today and I'm gonna pack up my things and go. So I figured I'd just make some post-flight comments that I'll put in my video on top of the flying footage. So I haven't flown nearly enough in the last couple of months, and definitely nothing sort of long-rangey like this airplane. But I do have the habit of trying to put things away in good working order. So if I dig them out of the closet and go fly or whatever, then it's kind of important to me that I don't have to try to remember a whole bunch of things that are kind of like wonky, or that I have to sort of remember for things to go well. I just want things to be in working order, and that seemed to be true today also. So I ran through my little pre-flight checklist and then just chucked the airplane in the air, and it was stable right off the bat, and I had a nice clear image. And so yeah, it was all very enjoyable. It was a good experience to sort of get going again on this airplane. Now there's definitely still work to be done. I think there's a lot to be gained from, no pun intended, the PID settings and the gyro settings. What I'm looking for is trying to get the airplane to carve these beautiful, nice turns, so kind of the footage looks like it's coming off of a camera drone or a quadcopter. I think I'm quite a long way away from that still, but if you do have some experience with flight controls in general, and especially the Eagle Tree Vector or the Eagle Tree Micro Vector, which is what I have in this airplane, then I'd be most interested to hear from you, and please do post a comment below. We can maybe discuss there, or we can sort of move the discussion over to Facebook or email or whatever. So definitely want to hear from you if you do have some input on how to sort of make the plane even smoother in the air. Also, I do have some horizontal lines at some throttle levels, so there's definitely some noise there, probably coming from the ESC, so I think I want to be looking into that heading towards summer now. And then also I have these mystery stalls still, and that's been plaguing this airplane since it was new. Actually, on the maiden flight I had a really nasty stall, which made it crash in the forest. I have a video about that on my channel. I'll link to that below also. I think it's just a problem of the airframe being a little too heavy for what the size of the wings are, etc. I have several of this exact airplane, and this is the heaviest one, and this is the only one I'm having these issues with. And it's what happens is, if the airspeed drops too low, especially if the nose is still kind of at a little bit of an upward angled, then just out of the blue I get these super bad tip stalls, and it's really unpredictable. You can fly just fine up until the point when it happens, and then when it happens it hits like a ton of bricks. And that happened today also. Luckily it happened at quite a high altitude. What I need to do is just peg the throttle and then hit the switch over to self-stabilizing mode if it's not in that mode already, and then if it just gets to drop far enough doing the spin of death, then eventually it comes out of it and stabilizes, and everything is well again. But the point being is that I kind of have to keep the airspeed up in order to make successful flights and sort of be able to really trust the airplane. And that makes landings kind of tricky, because I have to keep the airspeed up a little bit more than I would like to. On the other airplanes I have of this exact same model, I can just come in, almost stand still in the air, do this beautiful flare out, and then just sort of touch the nose down on the ground, and it'll stop immediately. Here I kind of sort of have to glide in a little more at quite a high rate of speed. So definitely this place is deserted. It's apart from the car running behind me right now, it's really quiet out here. I could hardly hear any voices. And as you can see from the flags behind me, there's no wind either. So even though the thermometer says it's 12 degrees below 0 Celsius, and I'm sure that's true, it doesn't feel cold at all, because the radiation of the sun is kind of heating up my fingers and my face and everything, even if the air is kind of cold. So all in all, really enjoyable flight. I hope you also enjoyed looking at this area now that it's super snowy here. If you do like my videos, please do like and subscribe. That would be really important to me. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.